You may know her previously from the political sphere, but since leaving politics, Dr. Makhosi Khoza has been working to develop and promote Black, Indigenous, African languages. Her dream is to see them recognized as tools of prestige and prosperity, she says. This week, Dr. Khoza unveiled her new Isizulu grammar textbooks. They're based on her mathematical approach to learning and teaching Isizulu, and the series called Uzalo. Well, we're joined in studio now by Dr. Khoza. Great to have you with us.
Thank you very much for having me.
Is this a passion project, or is this your main focus right now? A lot of people have been wondering what you're doing since politics.
That is why I've been away, because I was literally writing all the time.
Yeah.
And this is my passion. I do believe that if you, the only way you can restore the human dignity of people is to reconnect them with their logic and intelligence. And what a better way of doing that than to develop their languages as tools of prestige and prosperity.
Okay, so who are these textbooks for?
These textbooks, they are textbooks for from grade 4 to grade 12. And that one that you are holding in your hand is for anyone that wants to learn Isizulu. The problem is that currently people go and learn Isizulu, but they are never able to apply it in communication.
Yeah.
So basically, I've had to develop that specific one, that grammar Bible, conversational grammar Bible, so that people are able to apply it in everyday communication.
Okay, so this would be for someone like me, an English speaker wanting to converse in Isizulu.
It has everything you need to know about Isizulu: how to say I must, how to say I will, how to say I shall, how to say I am or I am not, whatever that you want to learn about Zulu, then you can.
And the youngsters English as well.
Yes, I mean, the issue here is that I'm also trying to address the language barrier crisis that we are confronted with in South Africa. And if learners are able to understand Isizulu, but at the same time appreciate English as a global language, then you are nurturing a complete individual, and then that way they will be able to access opportunities without necessarily losing their own origins and their own heritage.
You say that this is based on a mathematical model. Just explain that.
Let me give you a very good example. Isizulu is not like English. English and Afrikaans are very general. Black African languages arrange their nouns into classes. Isizulu arrange its nouns into 12 classes. So, and those classes, they are arranged, they are based on the prefix pattern and the concord, or the word that has to be attached to the verb. And also they follow strict patterns. And quantities are very, very important in Isizulu. For example, in English, you can say you. Yeah. And you could be saying to one person or more than one person. In Zulu, if you say wena, it's one person. If you say nina, it's more people. Yeah. It's more than one person. And again, we follow very strict patterns. For example, in Isizulu, when a verb is in basic form, it always ends with vowel a, like hamba, kijima, tula, tula. Whereas in English, it could end with any other vowel or even a consonant or something like that. In Isizulu, every word must end with a vowel. So because of that, and because the language, each syllable is coming directly from a specific set, that makes it mathematical. And again, it's a language of formulas. We don't have words such as for, of, and so forth. Yeah. What you do, there is a formula. Like, for example, if you want to say in the house, you have to convert the noun and turn it and convert it into a locative. Yeah. In other words, it will be indlu is a house, but endlini becomes in, to, for, of a house. Yes. So it could be any of that. Yeah. So it's very easy in that sense.
Did you devise this, or were you drawing on knowledge that is there?
No, I developed the actual system. In fact, what I did, there is also a dictionary that I came up with. Currently, what was happening was that if you are looking for an Isizulu word in an Isizulu dictionary, like say you are looking for the word ibala, wheelbarrow, okay, and you have to look for it under bala, which means to write. If you're looking for ikanda, which is the head, you have to look for it under kanda, which means to fix.
Yeah.
Or if it's ubala, which is nothingness, you have to look for it under bala. Why is that? It is because there was never an appreciation that this language is very systematic and that the vowel is actually the prefix vowel is the intelligence of the word. And I think those that came up with the system that were forcing Black African languages into the Western word sequencing order, they never appreciated that by omitting the prefix vowel, you are actually destroying the language. And you will find your child talking about bala when they actually mean wheelbarrow.
Yeah.
A word that means to write.
Yeah.
So I developed a system. I am a total quality systems developer by training. So I look at systems, how systems work. So I've invented even the new alphabetical logic order for Isizulu word, so that we never lose the meaning in the process.
Wonderful. So I understand this is for sort of non-Zulu speakers trying to learn. Is there anything for Zulu speakers in here?
Oh yes, I mean I have textbooks.
Looking at the patterns of their own language.
Oh yes, that is the intention. Remember what also I am doing, I've connected the language with the Ishango bone. The Ishango bone is one of the most revered ancient mathematical tools in the world. It's the oldest and most advanced ancient mathematical tool. It has incisions, and what is very interesting with that bone is that it has 60 incisions and it also has a tally of 48 incisions. Now Isizulu have 12 noun classes and uses a base of 5 as a language, because each consonant unit is formed out of it ranges from 1 up to 5 consonant units. So if you divide 60 by 5, it will give you 12. So we are fusing astronomy, the mathematics, and everyday language, the way the logic of Black Africans work.
So this is beautiful. Final question, and very quickly, how do textbooks and around a language aid what you say, making languages tools of prestige and prosperity in the global and digital environment?
Oh, excellent. In fact, that's exactly what I'm trying to address. Right now, by the way, do you know that Black African languages, they didn't have prescribed textbooks, grammar textbooks. And it's quite sad. And that is why one came up with it.
Me.
Yes, and again, what is currently happening, if you are not going to be precise, that is why Google Translate, when you are logging into Google Translate and you're trying to find a translation of Isizulu word or something like that, or whatever, a phrase or something like that, it will always get it wrong. Why? It's because there isn't an appreciation that each noun belongs to a specific noun cluster. Even a common word like my, this, that, those are noun cluster specific. They fall along these 12 noun classes. So now the system that I've developed will make it will make anybody who wants to learn Isizulu to apply it correctly in communication, because there is a proper coding for it.
Yeah, well, hopefully many more people learn through your system. Thank you so much for being with us.
Starting with you, I would love that.
Thank you. I love that too. And that was social activist and textbook writer, Dr. Makhosi Khoza.